appeared to back sharply and smash directly, perhaps purposely, into, oh my goodness, there's another one. Oh my goodness, now it's obvious, I think, that there's a second plane just crashed.
So everyone has a story. I can name you out of them, maybe 40 of them more personal friends of ours.
Space for family members to come and reflect on the lives of their loved ones that are no longer here.
When you see the names, it makes it, I mean, it's real for us already, but it's more real.
This ability to cope and become a happy kid again.
Michelle and Robert lost their father, Joseph. Jeff Coombs was Julie's dad.
Coming from a small town, I am like the 9/11 kid at home. So coming here, it's just like everyone is in the same boat as you.
Jack and Anna Sweeney lost their mom, Amy. Grief counselors were always on hand, but America's Camp was about something more.
Friendship you make with everybody in your bunk and everybody in camp, it's not like any kind of friendship at home. You almost feel closer.
Everyone at the camp is just awesome. I love the whole concept of everything.
The fun is infectious. And if it's your birthday, watch out for flying cakes. The magic of laughter and daily activities have been transforming, especially the art projects.
And to have seen just raw emotion of those first few years of pictures of the Twin Towers and images of people's fathers and tears and everything you would expect. Some of those images still exist, but it's changed into hearts and rainbows. So I've been able to watch the healing process, and I know the artwork's been an important part of that for them.
Some of the artwork and mementos from this decade of healing are prominently displayed in the newly built Memorial Hall at Camp Danby, which also includes a piece of steel from the World Trade Center.
We had this idea that we'd have it be the centerpiece, but when we spoke to our campers, they said no, because you're giving front and center the loss. Let's have it be part of the floor where you could see it with a window and know that we overcame this and we grew up above it.
Thanks to Liz Bruner from WCVB for that story. HLN is your place to hear stories of triumph over the tragedy of 9/11.
To know about this fateful day in history. Randy Turner, a teacher and author, joins me out of Joplin, Missouri. Randy, it certainly is great to talk to you. I'd like to talk about Joplin first and foremost. It's been such a difficult year for you and the kids in Joplin, Missouri, but you are back in school, and I do want to say congratulations. You've been such an example of strength to so many. How has it been so far this school year?
It has actually been really good. The kids, right now I am sitting in a warehouse that's been converted in 8 weeks to a school building, and I will tell you that you can't tell any difference between the kind of school that takes place in a warehouse than you can in the traditional school building. And of course, we have other students who are in a former store at our mall here. So it's the kids were ready to get back to school after what happened, and education is going on as usual.
You're such an example of resilience and strength, as are all of the students there in Joplin. We talked about September 11th, Randy. We're coming up on the 10-year anniversary. Your school's drama department normally puts on a powerful program to remind students, but this year you're not doing that. Is that right?
Right. Some thought went into whether we should do that or not, because at this time the kids are all still dealing with traumatic episodes from May 22nd. We have some of them, even the ones who were not in the tornado, have friends who have moved away and are gone forever, and we lost one of our kids who would have been in 8th grade this year, and people saw things that were so horrible that we really did not want to subject them to the kind of images that they would see reliving 9/11, but at the same time, we don't want them to ever forget that date.
So how do you do that? How do you come up with that balance in terms of reminding students of 9/11, but not scaring them in terms of terrorism and terrorist attacks?
Yeah, the first thing that I had to realize is that I've had an assignment every year in which I have the kids relate their memories of 9/11, and I am teaching 13 and 14-year-olds, and it's reached a point this year they really have no memories of it. They know what 9/11 is. They're aware of it. It's in the culture now, but they don't have that same experience that my students in the past have. And the important thing that we can do is to remind them that while this is an important event and must be remembered, at the same time, we have gone a full decade now and we have not had that kind of thing. Doesn't mean it might not happen again, but we don't want them to be where they're, looking around every corner or in fear. We just want them to know that this is something we have to remember so that it can never happen again.
Yeah, remembering the heroes on that day who went into the World Trade Center and lost their lives looking to save other lives. I've read a quote, Randy, that you said that the only thing that could make the tragedy of 10 years ago more devastating would be if it were to fade from our memory. So you don't want the kids to ever forget, Randy.
Absolutely not.
All right, Randy, thanks so much. Randy Turner, a teacher in Joplin, Missouri. Again, a wonderful example to teachers and students there in Joplin, Missouri. Thank you.